Hi guys! Today we're going to review some addition number stories. We're going to piggyback off of what Mrs. Spinato did with you yesterday with interpreting number stories, and today we're going to talk about and review the diagrams that we use and the tools that we use to help us solve our stories. So you're going to need either a whiteboard or a blank piece of paper, an expo marker or a pencil. So you can pause the video, get those materials, and then press play again to continue the lesson. So before we start a story, I'm going to review the change diagram. We have our start, we have our change, and we have our end. We have a parts and total diagram where the total goes at the top and a part and part goes on the bottom. Remember, when we plug in our numbers, we plug in the numbers that we know, and we use a question mark for the number we are trying to figure out. We can use an open number line to help us solve our story, our problem, and we can also use a number grid to help us solve our problem. So here is an example. Look over here, I have my units, right? I wrote my number model and my answer. The story is a hot dog costs 45 cents, an orange costs 25 cents. What is the total cost? Well, I know the parts, the 45 and the 25, so I have 45 and 25. And now I have to get my total. Okay, if I do a change to more, I'm starting at 45 and I'm adding 25 more to get to my end. And one way to figure it out, I used a open number line. I started at 45, I added 10 and another 10, which is 20, and 5 more, which would be 25. So 45 plus 25 equals 70. And in my number model, again, I have my question mark for the number I'm trying to figure out, and then I have my answer. So now it's your turn. Here's the story. Mrs. Broderson went to the beach. When she got there, she found 12 seashells. Then a big wave came, and Mrs. Broderson found 36 more shells. How many shells did Mrs. Broderson find at the beach? So on your paper or your whiteboard, you're going to figure out the answer. Remember, you can use one of the diagrams to help you. And I want you to remember to write the unit box with your unit, which is shells, and pause the video and figure out the answer and then press play when you are done. So, Mrs. Broderson went to the beach. When she got there, she found 12 seashells. So that is what I started with. Then a big wave came, and Mrs. Broderson found 36 more shells. So my change is I'm adding 36 more. I am trying to find out how many shells I have in all. So my two parts, 12 and 36. My number model is 12 plus 36 equals question mark. And I'm going to start with 36 because it's a lot easier to start with the bigger number. And I'm going to add 10 for 46, 1 and another 1, and that's 10, 11, 12. So 36 plus 12 is 48. So my answer is 48 shells.